Okay guys, so we actually have an understanding on how to beat the classified Easter egg. We have some sort of idea as to what we need to do to get this final classified Easter egg ending cutscene unlocked and to reveal what's going to happen to the Ether storyline after this map. So there's been a whole battle, a struggle to actually search for the Easter egg. We've gotten different Easter egg steps like that painting step and a bunch of other little minor ones. We're not so sure if those even are for the main Easter egg, but you know, we found those random Easter eggs on classified, and then obviously we're almost a month in now, or a couple weeks in, and we still haven't found the Easter egg, and people were starting to think maybe there isn't even a classified Easter egg. So I want to go through a bunch of leaks here, stuff from data miners, stuff being teased from different zombie YouTubers with, you know, connections to data miners, and pretty much revealing that this is a very interesting situation. We do have an understanding on how to get the classified Easter egg. You're seeing in the title, I teased it a little bit, but that's not the whole story here, because there still is a lot more we need to look at for this Easter egg, and pretty much both sides of the aisle are correct. There isn't necessarily a classified Easter egg, but there still is a ending cutscene, and there's still stuff we need to do. A lot of different things I need to go through within this video, so if you can leave a like, that'd be greatly appreciated. If we can go for 100 likes, that would be sick, and let's get started. So again, this stems from all different people. You know, if you think about it, it's all from the code. A lot of this stuff is from the code. Sometimes Trick does a good job at, you know, encrypting these files and these scripts so people can't really figure out what they mean, and if they relate to an Easter egg, if they relate to just random stuff, if they're just used code that's not even necessary for the map. You know, Trick's been doing this for such a long time. They did it a lot with Revelations, so it's hard to figure out what is what and if these actually direct towards classified. A bunch of different, you know, data miners, one being Porter, a leaker, the Woo Lads. If you don't remember the Woo Lads, he leaked a bunch of stuff regarding Black Ops 4 before that game even released. Now, obviously, that all came true, so the Woo Lads, another really good source there. They were pretty much going through and pretty much teasing that this Easter egg isn't exactly what we expected to be. So I'm gonna go through the first tweet here from the Woo Lads, and there it is. Like we've been saying from the get-go, people are going about the classified Easter egg all wrong. The ending is still in the game, but people are looking in the wrong direction, and this leads us to the round 255 situation here. People have been teasing, I think even Codename Pizza teased that, you know, round 255, or not necessarily that, but that you had to get to a higher round to actually unlock this Easter egg, which is such a weird thing, because usually people are looking for Easter eggs, they're looking for quests, they're looking for things that you know, find on the wall, like different things that you hold X and something appears and stuff like that, and just different codes like Morse code, like on Blood of the Dead and different stuff like that. They wouldn't just think get to a higher round and unlock the Easter egg, but that could be different here. Another tweet that was teasing this, and I guess we didn't realize, just be careful with the wording, Easter egg quest versus ending. So here's the thing, if people are all going for a quest, you're not going to find anything, because it doesn't seem that there is a quest at all. And a bunch of other data miners actually talked about this and went through the code and figured out that the scripts and the files within classified, although again, I'm not a data miner, but I do know, I've looked at the leaks, you know, for the past couple of years when all these different DLCs released, and I do know that it's very hard to tell sometimes what these scripts are actually pointing towards. And with Black Ops 4, a lot of the stuff on classified also is relevant to a lot of the stuff on, let's say, 9 and Voyage of Despair. So it's hard to figure out what exactly is for classified, or what exactly is for an Easter egg on classified. But pretty much once they went through these scripts on classified, they figured out that there aren't any scripts left for there to be an Easter egg on classified. Like there isn't enough code, and there's nothing really unknown and in that game, in that map, where it would, you know, lead towards another Easter egg quest. So with that being said, you would think like, okay, you know what, there's no Easter egg then. But the Easter egg ending cutscene, the audio for that has been leaked. It's there. You know, there's already confirmation of that. I'm not going to go through that within this video, but there's already confirmation of that being there. So that's where the divisions start to occur. Like, okay, is there an Easter egg? Is there not an Easter egg? You have the audio. You have, you know, the ability for the cutscene to be rendered. Obviously, you know, Jason Blundell and pretty much a lot of the promotion for classified was that, you know, this is going to really, you know, further extend the Ether storyline. We're going to figure out what happens to these, you know, to the crew, and what happens after this map. It's supposed to be a huge map. A lot of stuff is supposed to occur. It's supposed to give us more information on what's going to be happening in the future. So the fact that, there would be no cutscene or no Easter egg just didn't make sense. So obviously that's not the case. There is an Easter egg, but it's not really an Easter egg quest. It's just an ending cutscene that you apparently unlock at round 255. Let me go through a bunch of stuff here. I'm pretty sure this is the tweet that everyone is pointing towards the one tweet that's like, defining this all. Zombies alert, pretty much tweeting out. He did this a bunch with like different Blood of the Dead Easter egg steps and different stuff before Black Ops 4 came out, teasing classified and teasing all this stuff. So you see the tweet up on screen. 5, obviously classified, round 255, meaning that you have to get to that round, egg unlock, and then you get the cutscene film. Pretty much that's what it's saying. So you have to get on this map classified to round 255 to get the cutscene unlocked. Again, it doesn't seem, it doesn't seem like that's the case. Not the glitching queen, the Gaming Revolution tweeted out, pretty much he teased it as well. He had the information, but also he's pretty much saying like this is a little bit of a weird situation. He's just as mad as everyone else why Trek decided to do this. He pretty much knew he was teasing it and people weren't picking up on it, because that's really understandably so. People wouldn't really think like, oh, just get to a higher round. It doesn't really make sense. A bunch of YouTubers were trying to actually do this, just go for high rounds, just do sort of normal stuff to get the Easter egg unlocked, when it seemed as if from the leaks that there were no more steps for classified, and from just the general hunts that people have been going towards, they were pretty much making no progress. Like, people were just making no progress. People almost, stopped streaming classified Easter egg hunts because no one was making progress. And now it seems like, and again, I just want to, make sure I'm being clear here. This isn't, officially confirming, and I'm not going to believe anything until it actually happens. But obviously the leaks are the leaks, and you have to look at them, and you have to just think like, okay, you know what? Maybe this is what it is. Round 255, that's what we have to do to get the Easter egg ending cutscene. So pretty much here, I don't know what to say. I think at this point, it does suck that this is the case, and it doesn't seem like this is the only way you can get the Easter egg ending cutscene. Maybe it's like, okay, at least one person in the community has to get to round 255 to get this Easter egg cutscene unlocked, and then once that happens, maybe there's a way for everyone to access the cutscene, because it just seems like such a weird thing where every time, for any normal player, for anyone to access this cutscene, they have to get to round 255. It's like such a weird situation. I don't know why they would do that. I don't know. It's not even like a difficult Easter egg. It's not like this crazy cipher you have to complete, or you have to cross-reference information from all different zombie maps, or you have to go back from different games and look at stuff and try to figure out how to unlock this crazy code and classified. Like, that would all be interesting. That would all be sick. It's not anything difficult like that where you actually have to look into the Easter egg and really hunt for it. This is just a tedious task, pretty much. Not that, getting to a high round is difficult, but it's like, why would you even do that? In round 255, what is the point? Like, what is the actual point in doing that? For a classified Easter egg ending cutscene, especially one that is so important, for the storyline, that seems like almost a gag. It seems like a gimmick, like, oh, you can't get the cutscene unless you get to around 255, like, oh, look at that, haha, that pretty much making it so no one will ever get that cutscene except for insane high round players. Obviously, once at least one person gets to that point, and the cutscene is unlocked, everyone will be able to see it, but you'll never be able to get it within the game. So what's the point? What's the point of even having that? I don't really know. That's why I'm not so sure this is 100% the only way to get the cutscene, or maybe this is the only Easter egg thing that is in the game that, allows you to unlock. And it's not even an Easter egg. Like, getting to round 255 is an Easter egg, but this is the only thing you have to complete to actually unlock this Easter egg cutscene. I don't think so. I think there has to be more within the game. There has to be something else that you have to do, that you have to complete to actually gain access to this cutscene, and maybe we'll learn more about that in the near future of what you need to do to get to that point. But right now, it just seems a little too, again, it's not easy and not too good to be true that you only have to get to a high round to get the Easter egg cutscene, but it just seems like stupid. It just seems like a stupid, gimmicky way to have the Easter egg ending cutscene unlocked, where everyone's been looking for the past couple weeks for all these different steps, all these different quests, and within the game, all these different possible codes that lead to something else, and it all leads back to just like, oh, you just have to get to a high round. I don't really know. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video, and we'll have to see. And again, these are leaks, so this isn't confirmation, this isn't the official guide on how to do the classified Easter egg and how to unlock the ending cutscene, but it's most likely what is going to happen. And I don't know, we'll just see how it turns out. Maybe it's not as bad as we think. Maybe, like I said, there's other ways we can unlock the cutscene, and we'll just have to see. But right now, this is the biggest lead we have, and I don't know, it's a little weird. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.